How can I use my debit card without being tracked? Certainly, the desire for privacy in financial transactions is understandable, but the reality is that using a debit card without leaving any trace is nearly impossible. Debit cards are designed to be linked to your personal information, making them inherently trackable. However, there are some strategies you can employ to enhance privacy, even though complete anonymity may not be achievable. Number 1. Cash withdrawals. While withdrawing cash may seem like a solution, it has limitations. ATM transactions are recorded, and surveillance cameras capture your actions. Additionally, cash transactions have become increasingly rare, limiting their practicality. 2. Prepaid debit cards. Opting for a prepaid debit card may provide a degree of anonymity. These cards are not directly linked to your bank account and may be purchased with cash. However, they still require registration, albeit with limited personal information. 3. Anonymous payment apps. Explore payment apps that prioritize privacy. Some platforms allow you to make transactions without disclosing personal details. However, these apps may have limitations, and their security features can vary. 4. Cryptocurrency transactions. Cryptocurrencies offer a decentralized and pseudonymous alternative. While they provide a higher level of privacy, they come with their own set of challenges, such as volatility and limited merchant acceptance. 5. Use virtual private networks, VPNs. Employing a VPN can add a layer of privacy to online transactions. However, this method does not eliminate tracking entirely, as financial institutions may still have access to transaction details. And 6. Monitor account activity. Regularly review your bank statements for any unauthorized transactions. Promptly reporting any discrepancies can help address potential security issues. In conclusion, achieving complete anonymity in financial transactions, especially with a debit card, is challenging. Bank investigators use transaction data, timestamps, and location for fraud detection. Banks employ skilled investigators who meticulously analyze transaction data to trace unauthorized or suspicious activities. They focus on timestamps to establish when the transactions occurred and location data to determine the geographical origin. If the transactions deviate from your typical usage patterns, it raises red flags. IP addresses associated with the transactions are scrutinized to identify the devices used in the transactions. These investigators look for anomalies that may indicate fraudulent activities. Unusual transaction times or locations, especially those far from your usual haunts, can trigger investigations. If the IP address doesn't align with your regular usage, it becomes a crucial piece of evidence. The bank's investigators also consider the possibility of cardholder involvement. If the transaction is consistent with your usual behavior and occurs from a location you frequent, it suggests your participation. On the other hand, if the transaction is from an unfamiliar place or at an odd hour, it could indicate foul play. In cases where a physical card is used, surveillance footage may be reviewed to identify the person making the transaction. This footage, combined with transaction details, strengthens the case for identifying the perpetrator. Can someone use my debit card without knowing my PIN? Debit card info can be misused online or over the phone. Yes, someone can use your debit card without knowing your PIN. If a criminal gains access to your debit card information, particularly the card number, expiration date, and CVV code, they can engage in fraudulent transactions. Many online and over-the-phone transactions don't require a PIN or signature, making it easier for criminals to misuse your card. When your debit card details are compromised, unauthorized individuals can make purchases online, order goods or services over the phone, or even set up recurring payments without needing your PIN. The absence of PIN requirements in these scenarios facilitates the criminal's activities. To protect yourself, it's crucial to secure your card information and promptly report any unauthorized transactions to your bank. Regularly monitor your account statements for unusual activities, and consider setting up alerts for transactions above a certain threshold to receive immediate notifications of potential fraud. In essence, without the need for a PIN, criminals can exploit stolen debit card information for various unauthorized transactions, emphasizing the importance of robust security measures and vigilant monitoring. How do people use stolen debit cards without the PIN? Thieves use stolen debit cards for online purchases without PINs. When thieves steal debit cards, they often exploit vulnerabilities in online transactions. In many cases, online retailers and services don't require a PIN for payment. Instead, they may ask for the cardholder's billing address and the 3-digit security code on the back of the card. Armed with this information, criminals can make online purchases without needing the actual PIN associated with the stolen debit card. The billing address and security code serve as alternative verification measures, allowing thieves to complete transactions that mimic legitimate cardholder activities. This method provides criminals with a way to use stolen debit cards discreetly, especially for online transactions where physical presence and PIN entry are not mandatory. It underscores the importance of safeguarding not only your card but also the associated information to prevent unauthorized access and fraudulent activities. To enhance security, individuals should be cautious about sharing card details and regularly monitor their accounts for any suspicious transactions. Additionally, promptly reporting stolen cards to the bank can lead to swift actions to prevent further misuse.